Some creative people have a problem with this more than others, but we all wrestle with it at some point. When are we being selfish, and when are we truly serving our fans and our fellow artists? Listen up as I dissect this issue and give you some powerful advice that just might alter the way you approach your creativity. I'm Bob Baker, and this is The Creative Entrepreneur, Season 2, Episode 20. Well, hello again, Bob here, and to paraphrase Mr. Rogers, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood and a great day to walk and talk with you outdoors. And today I want to share with you something that is really important for creative entrepreneurs of all kinds, and it is a topic that I don't believe I've ever really directly addressed before. And this has to do with how much you nurture and encourage and promote other people versus how much you nurture, encourage, and promote yourself. And this is a much more widespread issue than maybe I realized up until recently. And like all qualities and issues, different people fall on different parts of the spectrum related to this. But I have a feeling you can probably relate to this in some way. But that's where you feel more comfortable at times, or maybe all the time, putting your focus on other people and helping them, maybe promoting them, maybe being their biggest cheerleader, and then maybe neglecting your own needs, your own creative expression, your own promotion and sharing your gifts. And there's all sorts of reasons why people might do this. It could be an instinctual, maternal, or paternal, instinct just to nurture others, and that's fine. It also could be, let's be honest, rooted in some form of maybe unworthiness or a lack of confidence in your own skills and abilities, where you feel more comfortable, you put more value on other people and what they have to offer than yourself. But whatever it is, it's important to find a balance here. So before we go any further, I just want to point out an important fact that putting the focus on other people and really having a sincere desire to inspire and encourage and promote others is an incredibly valuable thing. I mean, very much so. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. In fact, in my own life and business, a big part of what drives me, a huge part of my big why I do all the creative stuff that I do, is because it inspires and empowers or maybe entertains other people. And that is a huge drive for me. And I put a focus on that in a big way when I create and promote the stuff that I do. However, when you do that at the expense of yourself, or instead of doing those things for yourself, things can get a little wacky and out of balance. And this can create a certain amount of uneasiness and discontent when this unfulfilled part of you is just screaming for attention and not getting it. So really be aware of what that balance is for you. So again, using myself as an example, like I said, sharing my stuff, serving others, benefiting others in a profound way is a huge part of what drives me. Hopefully it's what drives you as well. However, if you know anything about me at all, you know that I also put a big focus, a lot of my energy goes into self-expression and scratching that creative itch that I have and sharing it and getting it on stage or posting it online, sharing it with others, promoting it. There's hardly a week that goes by that I'm not rehearsing, performing, or recording music in some way or another every week, and really every day. I'm probably writing either a book or a blog post or recording a podcast like this one. I'm creating content that I'm going to be distributing. Every week I'm either teaching or performing improv comedy, which has become a really big part of my life in recent years. And even though I don't do it every week, I go through these periods where I'm painting, doing acrylic painting a lot, and creating art and posting it and sharing it, and every now and then selling a painting or a print. So yeah, I probably take this concept to the extreme, but there's no denying that my life is richly filled with creative activities. and I wouldn't want to have it any other way. And so while I do have this focus on how my work benefits others, it's totally related to how I'm serving my own needs and my own authentic being. I don't know what I feel I was put on this planet to do. And so I would encourage you to examine and think about where's the balance between those two things. How much are you nurturing, encouraging, and supporting others, putting your focus on other people versus satisfying your own desire and urge to create and express and to feel good about that, and even to share that work, God forbid, with others in a way that will benefit them as well. So let me ask you, I'm sure at some point you most likely have taken a commercial airline flight, and so you've probably sat there at the beginning of the flight when the flight attendants went through all the different safety procedures, and they say if you have a child, or what do you do if the pressure drops and the masks come down? That's right, you put your mask on first to make sure that you're secure. Then you can help other people. And boy, that's a great metaphor, because if you're just putting all this focus on other people without putting an equal amount of attention on your own creativity and your own needs, you're like operating with an empty tank. You don't got a whole lot of juice there to even serve others in that situation. So if you've been feeling discontent or drained or unfulfilled, it's possible that this could be at the root of it. At least it's worth examining. And you probably heard this with relationship advice too. Until you can love yourself, it's more difficult to love someone else. You have to be a complete and whole person to fully give yourself to someone else. And that also goes for your career, and the giving of yourself to dozens or hundreds or thousands of people who become your fans. You ideally want to be fully fulfilled, fully authentic, fully standing in your power, expressing yourself as best you can, being aware of your own needs and making sure that they are met. And from that position of filling up your tank in that way, you're in a much better position to serve other people. You can actually impact more people, inspire, encourage, and promote more people coming from that place, as opposed to this unfulfilled, discontent position that so many people find themselves in. I really don't think I can say it any better than that, so I think I'm just going to leave it at that. Nurture yourself. Don't neglect your own needs. It's important. You're important. So scratch those itches, darn it. All right, I would love to know what you think about this or any other topic. In fact, I really want to have more personal interaction with my listeners or with my readers or viewers if it's video. So let me know. I want to know what issues are important for you, what you're struggling with, what you're succeeding with as a creative entrepreneur. And there are a couple of key ways that you can communicate with me. One is email, and the other is to leave me a SpeakPipe audio message. There's a link in the show notes. I'll just give you the URL for that. It's speakpipe.com/Mr. Buzz Factor. And the Mr. in that case is just MRBUZZFACTOR. So speakpipe.com/Mr. Buzz Factor. And you can use your phone or your computer or tablet if it has a microphone attached, and you could actually leave me a digital audio message. And if it's something I think I can address on the show, I'll actually use your voice in an upcoming episode. So please communicate with me that way. Or you can send an email to bob@bob-baker.com. So it's BOB@BOB. It's either hyphen or dash, whatever you call that little symbol. And then Baker, not Barker, he's the game show host, but bob@bob-baker.com. Send me an email. Let me know what you think of this topic or any other issues related to the life of an artist, a musician, or a writer. And if I can address it, I will do so. Thanks a lot for listening. I appreciate you. I hope wherever you are in the world, whenever you listen to this, that you're having an amazing day. This is Bob Baker saying so long for now. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you'd like more inspiration along these lines, please check out the book, The Empowered Artist. It's for musicians, it's for writers, visual artists, and anyone who wants to make a difference with their creativity or build a career in the arts. Yes, it's a book that I published about a year ago in 2015, and it's one of my most inspired titles of the 13 or 14 books that I've published. This is probably the one I'm most proud of. I referred to it as The Artist's Way Meets the War of Art for a New Generation. Those are two kind of well-known books, The Artist's Way and The War of Art. So do yourself a favor and check that out. The book is available on Amazon in several countries, and you can also find it at this website. It's empartist.com. Just think of the first three letters of empowered, EMP, and then the word artist.com, empartist.com. Thanks again for listening.
What